I'm Carrie Peters, a recognized thought leader in the Microsoft Dynamics community and a Microsoft MVP for business applications. Welcome to the Get Your New View podcast. Keep listening to learn how we work with frustrated Business Central and NAV users who struggle to use their system and find the answers that they need. We teach them to truly understand how the system can support their business processes to make immediate and lasting improvements. As a result, they get more done in less time, make better business decisions, and even love their system.
Hey, Cynthia.
Hey, Carrie.
Got a couple minutes for me?
Always.
Perfect. So this is something that you and I already know about. I won't be teaching you anything new. I'm sorry. But I'm hoping for our users, this is something that they can start to use or consider using. And this is one of our favorite troubleshooting tool tips. Do you know what it is?
I'm allowed to say?
Go for it.
Inspect pages.
Yes, the page inspection, inspect pages and data, Ctrl+Alt+F1, whatever you call it. Ctrl+Alt+F1 is the keyboard shortcut for it. This is one of our favorite troubleshooting tool tips that we also think could be one of yours. So Cynthia, do you want to tell them a little bit about it?
Well, like you said, Ctrl+Alt+F1 is all you need to do for the keyboard shortcut, or you can go to help and support and find inspect pages if you can't remember shortcut keys like me, although this one I remember. And my favorite use for it is when a user is saying to me, I don't understand why it's using the GL accounts it's using when I preview posting on a purchase invoice. And I say, well, it has to do with your posting groups. Well, how am I supposed to know what posting groups it's using? Well, guess what? If it's not visible on the screen or you don't want it to be visible, and this is aside from personalization, right? Completely different. You can use page inspection and get a listing of all of the fields.
And this is great for troubleshooting because it's kind of digging a little bit in behind the scenes to figure out why things are happening the way that they are. Because oftentimes when we have a problem, we're trying to get to the root of that problem, especially if you are an administrator trying to look into that problem. So I think the other thing that's really cool about inspect pages and data is you can actually see a table number or a page number or a report number. So that information will be kind of at the top of your page inspection. And what I like this for is if I'm helping a user and they say, oh, I'd like to add these couple fields to this report, or, just change things around a little bit, we can actually use page inspection to figure out what that report number is if we don't already know. Now, there might be other ways to do this, but that's my favorite because it's like, let's go into that report that you're looking at. Let's hit Ctrl+Alt+F1 and we'll have it right there. So I think this is pretty cool to see those numbers as well.
I also like it when we're doing an implementation or helping with an implementation and they're testing. And there's something wrong with the master data. And they need to get that information.
I got to stop you right there, Cynthia, because that never happens. There's never anything wrong with the master data. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, that might be the case in all the projects you work on, but sorry, not mine. But seriously, the advantage is you need to get information back to someone about a problem with the master data, and you're not sure what table it is or how to communicate to them where the problem is. Use that inspect pages, Ctrl+Alt+F1, and share with them the table and share with them what data is wrong.
Yeah. Now, if you're listening to this right now and you're like, oh, let me go try this in my system, and you're not seeing all of the fields that we would explain, because there's lots of fields that are related to whatever you're looking at. If you're not seeing those, chances are you might not have the permissions for those. So Cynthia, can you tell us a little bit more about the permissions?
Yes. And why do you always ask me about permissions, Carrie?
Because you have made yourself the permissions guru.
Okay, so it is an actual permission set that needs to be assigned. It's called Troubleshooting Tools, and you will probably have to go to your BC admin or whoever manages permissions to get that added. Now, they may make an argument for it and say that you shouldn't be able to see that information, but if you're allowed to work with that table or that data anyway, you should be able to see it and make it easier for you to report a problem or figure out something on your own.
That's true, because if I'm an admin and I'm getting tickets submitted to me, if I give that user the capability to look into their own, that's making my job easier. So
absolutely.
We could probably talk all day about page inspection because it's one of the greatest things ever, but we'll wrap it up now. So if you enjoyed listening to us and you think you can handle us for more than 5 minutes, we have a lot more to share with you.
So go to learndynamics.com for our on-demand training courses. And actually, we have courses that talk more about this page inspection.
And Cynthia teaches them because she's that permissions guru. See you later.
Did your team ever really get good training to understand how to use your business software? Do you think you could use more features of your software if you just knew how? Are you frustrated with inefficiency that never seems to get better? Do you suspect that there just has to be a better way, but you don't know what that is? We believe every company can benefit from increased efficiency and higher utilization of their software, and that it's possible to have fun while learning exactly how to do that. The experts at NewView Strategies work with frustrated Business Central and NAV users who struggle to use their system and find the answers they need. We teach them to truly understand how the system can support their business processes to make immediate and lasting improvements. As a result, they get more done in less time, make better decisions, and even love their system. Please contact us at getyournewview.com to get started.